Hello. It's very dark, and literally as we started, the light has turned off. What's going on?
The irony. What's happened?
Okay. Firstly, you need to come forward.
Yes. So as you can see, guys,
we need to come a bit more forward.
Yes, getting real close. No social distancing.
Actually, needs to come right here.
Yes, there we go. So now just try turning on the PlayStation again.
2 seconds while we sort out lighting. There you go. Cool. Right now.
Boom. Yeah.
That's better. Okay. We're actually in the same room today. I've been setting up Davie and stuff for him. He's been utterly useless during all of this. And I can't actually read the comments. Davie, I'm going to ask you to do a favour. Could you reach into my bag, get my glasses out, please?
See, for a guy who can't even see now, would you believe him that he set anything up? You know, defamation of character. He's got headphones. He's got toolkit that he used to set everything up. I mean, that I used.
I mean, built on time. It was just not 100% on time. I can open it. Okay. Okay, so we're here to talk about the latest episode of What If, episode 8, where we saw UATU throw hands. That's better. What did you think of the episode? And you have to come in closer because...
Well, I wouldn't say we saw him throw hands. More like we saw him run for his life.
What do you mean? No. He was throwing headbutts.
Well, that's after... If you noticed at the beginning when everything started going on, and he realized that he was spotted, he literally acted like an actual predator. You know, someone who got caught. You know, he's like, oh my God, they've seen me. You know, this can't be. You know, like he's shocked that someone is able to see him. Well, newsflash, every episode over the last 4 weeks, he's been getting closer and closer. And, like, you know, he hasn't been watching from afar. He's been getting closer and closer. And so, I mean, there's a few nights, Manny P, when you actually looked out your window.
I still look at my window. I'm looking out of your window right now.
Well, I'm not worried right now because he's got bigger problems than watching us right now. Because, you know, the neighborhood watch committee's on his case right now.
Well, UATU might actually come around and be like, guys, Vision Ultron just handed my own ass to me. I need your help. Do you want to be Avengers? And I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
Because I saw what Vision Ultron done. He chopped Thanos in half.
That was absolutely amazing. And I saw some of the comments on Facebook after where people were saying, has that actually ruined the end of Avengers based on what you actually saw?
Yeah, we are in the same space. Never again.
Oh, Mr. Cato, we might actually need your assistance, actually. So there will actually be more of us in the same space next time.
We might have to switch to a living room if we do this in the same space again.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, now we've got the lights.
Which hopefully doesn't turn off. But yeah, we've been speculating for the past 2 or 3 weeks that UATU would actually get involved in some way, shape, or form. We did feel as though he was getting closer and closer. You know, like that voyeur who suddenly isn't a voyeur anymore, and he's gonna tap on the window to let you know you're there.
Or tap on the window and say, hey guys, you know, could you stop moving out of sight reach for me, please, and come back a little bit more towards this window? You know, I get a better view from this window.
I can't see you when you go around the corner.
Yeah, you know, he got too brazen. And in all honesty, I enjoyed, you know, the little fisticuffs that he got into with you know, Ultron. And the fact that even when he powered up, he thought, you know, he was going to do something. He was no match. I mean, you know, Captain Marvel, who thought that she was, you know, the king of butt whooping, got hers handed to her as well. You know, so it literally just shows that how powerful, that's an actual real question now. How powerful is he? Is Ultron Vision? Or Vision Ultron? What's the name that we should call him?
I think Vision Ultron is for me. I think he's more Vision than Ultron. So for me, it's Vision Ultron.
Well, more Ultron. He's Vision body, but more Ultron personality.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like Vision, and he's using that Mind Stone to cut people in two.
Right. But do you remember last time I said that we had that conversation where I said that about the stones?
Mhm.
That depends on probably who's wielding the stones. Didn't I say, was it last week or was it the week before? I said depends who's wielding the stone. They could actually use it in different potential, have different potential to use it. Like a prime example, which is a little bit off topic, but One Piece, where the main character.
So we've got some recommendations for a name. We've got Otion.
There you go.
Vistron, and Vistron again. So I think Bavik and Mr. Cato are actually making the same joke at the same time.
Yeah, Vistron. I like the sound of that. No, but if you look at it, for instance, like Mr. Fantastic has got like elasticity ability,
yes, he does, yes.
right? And for those who's familiar with One Piece, the main character, Luffy, that's what he actually has as well as his ability. But the things what he does with his ability far exceeds what we've seen Mr. Fantastic does. Like, he turns himself into a parachute. He literally is able to speed up his blood pressure, which makes him move extra faster. And, just do things that we've not seen. So again, it goes back to what I was saying before. Based on whoever is wielding that particular power, depends what their purpose is and how they use it, they can actually get more out of it than what someone else could.
Yeah.
Because we said that with Thanos. We said Thanos' main purpose from a child was he wanted to end war and hunger. So his whole purpose when he got that power was to do just that. Whereas Ultra Vision, his main focus was he wanted to eradicate everything.
Anything humanity.
Yeah, anything that's a living organism.
Anything that's a conscious living organism.
Yeah. He will just do that, and he actually did that. And the way he actually made short work of Thanos as if he was absolutely nothing. But this does go back, I know I'm talking a lot, Manny, but this goes back to your argument, what you said, that there may actually be a big finale that was actually coming up.
Yeah.
And we got a glimpse of that when we first got a glimpse of Vision Ultra Vision, whatever he wants to call himself.
I mean, I'm liking Vistron at the moment.
Yeah, Vistron.
Vistron seems to be the popular name in the comments, so let's go Vistron.
Yeah, and we said it here first. It was said here first on our channel, so so I have to put that out there.
There's a far out theory here. Vision Ultron is actually the butler, aka the power broker. I mean, that's an extreme theory, and I personally think you're 100% correct.
Well, I'm not going to rule anything out now because no, it's true. Now we're seeing exactly what's been going on. You can't rule anything out. I mean, look at the Watcher. He actually thought that no one could see him because his consciousness is way above that of mere mortals. And then you got to saw that he wasn't, because he wasn't even expecting that, which is why I think he was so shocked. I think maybe if he had prep time, like I've seen all these videos now where people put in like, Batman versus so-and-so with prep time. Prep time is very, very crucial. If he had prep time to say, oh, you know what, he's going to come and attack me, he can actually see me, then he would probably be able to defeat, Vistron, but he didn't. So therefore...
No, poor Thanos just came through the port, was like, it's nice.
Yeah, I'm going to take over
everything.
Yeah.
Then he's just chopped into.
He didn't even stand a chance. He didn't give him. He just literally just took him out like it was nothing. No. Which is probably good, the element of surprise, because with Thanos having the time stone, he could possibly rewind time if he had known something might happen. He could have done like what he done to Vision.
The Watcher did in fact become the Watchee.
Yeah. And now he needs someone to watch over him because
the Watcher became the Chasey. This is correct.
The runner, literally, that's what he became, the sprinter.
But I loved the visuals though of Vistron and the Watcher fighting, just going bang through one reality, bang through a new reality, bang through another universe.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
Did you see was it when they were fighting? We saw that clip of when they went to that universe where you saw it looks to me like it's possibly like maybe a great grandchild of Steve Rogers.
No, I think that was Steve Rogers actually becoming the president of the USA.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. I've seen other channels as well talk about it, and they all agree that it's actually it's a reality where Steve Rogers becomes the president of the USA. In the comments, do you think Steve Rogers would be a Democrat representative or a Republican representative? Let us know. I think he'll be the independent person.
Well, it depends on what reality and what.
Do they have Democrats and?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't even know.
This is true. But yeah, and then there was that amazing bit where Vision just kind of crunches down onto the entire galaxy.
Yeah, like it was nothing. Yeah, I mean it was absolutely amazing. But again, it goes to Manny's theory where he was saying last time that there may actually be a big battle coming up,
and there is.
And we saw where literally his only hope now where he's going to get all those misfits.
Yep.
You know, like I don't know what to call them. You know, like random Avengers or renegade Avengers or dysfunctional Avengers.
They're the multiverse Avengers. They're Avengers plucked from various different time streams.
But then that bodes the next question now. Will he actually be fighting alongside them, or is he just going to get them to try and fix what he's done? Because in theory, he's now jeopardized the other multiverse by letting himself being caught and actually didn't even fight in one universe. He was getting, I mean, that's a very, very powerful punch, you know, Vision Ultron has, because he punched him through multiverses, literally.
Well, it shows us what actually the gems can be used in other universes, because we were debating during the Loki series.
Yeah.
Do the gems lose their power when you switch to a different universe?
True.
But actually, no, they do actually work.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
I wonder if maybe if it works in everything, or if it's just for this what if.
Yeah.
They're saying, well, what if, you know, they just exaggerate the abilities of everything in terms of like, what if, you know, the Infinity Stones could work in multiple universes. Maybe in our reality, in our universe, it only works in that particular universe. But in the what if, they make it a broader spectrum to say it could possibly work in everything.
Yep, possibly. So Davie thinks that Captain America would be the Bill Clinton of the Marvel Universe. That's a terrible thing to say. Never say that again.
Well, you know what? To be fair though, Bill Clinton wasn't bad. You know, if you take out his extramarital affairs,
this is a different podcast altogether.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, in terms of
we want to discuss.
In terms of his popularity, he was popular.
Yeah,
you know. So, I mean, come on, he had 2 terms as well. So you know.
But this is the big question. Who would be his Monica Lewinsky? This is a controversial question.
That's very, very tricky. You know, I'm still going for his niece,
Sharon.
Yeah.
Sharon Carter. There you go, Sharon Carter. Who do you think would be his Monica Lewinsky if he's in main public office?
It's his niece, but then also at the same time,
so we have to clarify, not his niece, Peggy's niece. Let's just clarify that. They weren't married
at the time. Oh, sorry, that makes it okay.
So it technically doesn't make it okay. But I'm just saying, technically, in the eyes of the law. I'm sure it's legal in Texas.
Have you noticed whenever I side with the villains, right? Manny P goes hardcore on me about that. Like, you know, when good old Cap does some things, Manny P always finds a way to actually just spin it. He's the ultimate spin doctor. He's the what if. You know, what if, you know, Captain America was held accountable for his actions? What if, you know what would happen? Manny P would appear and would find some way to justify it. Remember, when Cap went back in time and changed things, by him staying back in time, he technically changed. He was now a time deviant. So he should have actually been subject to the same prosecution as Loki. But Manny P found a way to try and justify it. Well, you know, that's a different timeline. He didn't quite do anything.
I don't remember saying any of this, by the way. But
I do. And now he's there justifying Cap kissing up on his knees.
Sorry, you can read out the next comment.
What's the next? Yes, he sure would. He said, "Yes, I had a good old time. I took your grandma to the dance. Your great grand auntie to the dance."
Anyway, so enough about Captain America and his.
Well, you wanted him to be the leader of the free world.
I never.
In that universe.
Don't think I did. It's
Yeah.
okay. We'll carry on misquoting me throughout the entirety of the stream. Yes, absolutely. Let it go, bro. Let it go.
See, Mr. Cato would be your so you're the main prosecution, and he will be like your second in command, like when you're going to court.
When it comes to me and Cato, there's no second in command. Both stand there as equals.
There you go. See,
both stand there as equals.
The two villains there justifying Cap's behavior.
We're going to get Mr. Cato on one day as a special guest.
Oh yes, of course.
And he's going to amaze everybody with his knowledge of the MCU.
Babs, my guy, he's definitely going to come on and he's going to, maintain order. And, as my good friend, well, not my friend, but, the wise Mr. Chris Eubanks said, he's going to show some diplomatic procedure, know how to conduct himself.
At this point, I'll remind you that Bab may be your guy, but he's also my little brother. So when it comes down to it, we all know whose side he's going to choose.
Yeah, you're right. Davie P. Hashtag free Davie P. Yeah. Hashtag help me. Hashtag the watcher got his butt whooped and it was actually funny. Dude got beat up so bad he started running to mere mortals who he thought he was above. The irony, though. No, let's get into that now, Manny.
Okay. I've lost
No,
I've lost where the conversation is.
No, it's just my mind's just wondering. I'm just looking at he had when Doctor Strange, evil Doctor Strange, was begging, please, I'm sorry, let me. He wanted to sacrifice his life, all of that. No, I can't get involved. You ruined that universe. And now he's done worse than what Doctor Strange has done. At least Doctor Strange just destroyed one universe. He put all the multiverses at risk. How many multiverses did he get punched through?
We just put it straight. He put all the universes at risk by not intervening.
No, by getting spotted. He must have. You can't tell me it's just based on the sheer power.
I don't think he wanted to be spotted.
But do you think that he got so bold that he probably lowered? Maybe they have to maintain a certain power level where they can't be seen. And if you get too complacent and relaxed, you can let yourself be seen. Do you get what I mean?
I think it goes back to something you said about whoever wields the stones.
True, yes, because the Mind Stone give you a great mental ability.
So Thanos is when Thanos had all 6 stones, his only intention was just to wipe out half of life as we know it. That was it. That was his only intention. Vision was to wipe out all of consciousness, but all of humanity.
And his main stone was that of consciousness, which would have given him a higher level of consciousness.
And he would have been seeking out more things
to
essentially wipe out. So he would have been looking for things in the universe, and suddenly, there's something over there. There's a creepy bald dude staring at me.
In a gown.
Yeah.
A gown type thing, I don't know what it is, have all the attires to wear. And we saw that he could obviously change his clothes because when he started to fight, he had this badass armor, suit on, but
Sorry, you can read that one out.
Yeah, that's true.
Voice.
Yeah, he was out there just getting too carried up. Yeah, move over, guys. I can't see clearly. Yeah, I'm out here, got his phone out, doing the usual what these kids are doing. And again, it's just a typical elder who doesn't know how to use technology properly. So he's probably doing his Instagram. Yeah, I'm out here, vlogging, as the kids say.
That's a good point. Has the UATU heard of CCTV?
Yeah.
Just set up little CCTV spy cameras around the place. Instead, he's literally there at the gateway of the universe going, this is good shit.
Yeah. All the time. It's not like he takes a break. This dude does the perving, the watching every week.
There's no evidence he's a pervert.
Well, every week at the exact same time.
I'll tell you what's interesting about UATU, because in the comics, there are a lot of watchers. There's a whole species of them. There's loads of them. They're everywhere. There's a watcher who wears sunglasses. There's a watcher who's got a beard.
Oh, wow. So he's trying to be discreet. Oh, you won't recognize me because I'm gone. I'm wearing my my Ray-Ban, yeah, you can't see me or whatever.
Who's
yeah?
that man over there with sunglasses?
Yeah,
He's
big
nobody.
balls, yeah.
He's nobody. He's got sunglasses on. He's clearly a stand-up individual.
And then you're gonna have one of his friends like, oh, since he's rocking the sunglasses, I'll just put on this big beard. No one will recognize me or whatever. They won't spot me.
There's a watcher who's got like a long beard and he's got like long hair, but he's still bald. He's got like a Hulk Hogan style long hair going on.
Well, that's something creepy in itself there, because can you imagine him now just gets so excited by whatever he's watching? He does the old Hulkamania Hulk up where it's like, you, and point at whatever he's watching.
He's into voyeurism, yes. Making.
Yeah, cutting a promo in the background there, like, about Space Mountain, like Ric Flair.
We're not going to mention Ric Flair. Ric Flair is cancelled on this podcast.
Yeah, okay, my bad.
My Rick. We don't talk about Rick.
But yeah, just cutting some promos like it's the 80s. But, I just had a problem with the whole, from last time when we were speaking about we should just plug it in, Manny. So, see, this is live. Oh, you've turned it on again. Or could have just plugged it.
Cool. So we've actually got the lighting plugged into Davie's PlayStation. So
rather than just use the plug itself, which would just not have any issue at all.
Yeah.
But then I can't do that right now based on where we're sitting, because this is a family show. And if I was to try and lean forward based on how Manny's legs are akimbo,
we don't need to go into detail.
No, but I just have to explain.
People don't need to know how the sausage is made.
No, they just want to know. They want to know, well, why can't you fix it then, Davie Peace? I have to explain to them that, basically, that's it there. But again, going back to what were we talking about? Last week, was the Doctor Strange thing I was saying about Doctor Strange. When Doctor Strange was basically asking for redemption, saying he would actually give up his own life based on what he done. He just wanted, all he was trying to do, which it was a valid point. He was trying to bring back his ex who died, who had nothing to do with everything that he was in. And my point was, the Watcher was like, no, I can't intervene. But now, because he's now got himself caught doing what he's not supposed to do.
Do you know why?
No, he wants us.
Because he's going to run out of universes and it's going to affect him.
Yeah, exactly. So he's not doing it because he cares about life. He's doing it because he cares that he won't have no one to watch.
So, you've been watching nature documentaries.
Yeah.
And there's a pack of lions and it's ripping a baby gazelle to pieces.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we feel really sorry for the baby gazelle, but we can't intervene. It's the same kind of rules the Watcher has. He can't intervene in the natural order of things
until it affects him. So what are you saying then?
Yeah.
It's gonna exactly. So now it's affected him, and not just affect him physically where he might lose his life, but it affects him when now he don't want to be that guy. This is how I'm looking at it now in my mind. He doesn't want to be that guy that goes back now, like the Vehement goes back and everyone's sitting around the table like.
Have you intervened in every single thing you could have intervened to stop somebody from being hurt? Have there been moments where you've just sat back and thought, this has got nothing to do with me, I'm not going to intervene?
Yes, you mean you have to.
See, and I'm sure the Watcher has the same.
But the reason being, there's a difference. In situations when someone hasn't intervened, there's logical reasons, i.e., you probably don't have all the facts to know what's going on. So therefore, it would be irresponsible for you to try and intervene in something when you don't know what's going on. You just come and see the tail end of a situation. You don't know what actually transpired before you got there. In this situation, he knows everything because he's been watching from week 1. We're now on to week 8, going on to week 9.
This is hilarious because I'm looking at the camera. You're just looking at me. It's like you're just telling me off.
No, sorry, I'm not telling off many people. Duke ain't done nothing wrong. But I'm just saying, right? Unlike in a situation like that, come on, guys, in the comments, you know what I'm saying makes sense. If for instance, you come upon a situation where you don't know what's going on, it would be crazy for you to try and intervene when you don't know what's the situation, who's right, who's wrong. In this situation, he knows exactly what's going on because he's been watching from day 1. And he chose not to intervene when it was convenient for him, but he chose to tell Doctor Strange, well, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have got more power. You killed everyone. Give the guy the old guilt trip. Now he's done the same way. Now he got his butt whooped because first he tried to give the big talk like, oh, how can he see me? And he tried to hide. Do you notice that for the first couple minutes, rather than just run away, just retreat, dude, okay, and come back another day.
So Kay makes a comment here. Ultron intervened in the Watchers' life. So all the Watchers are on the death list. So yeah, so essentially...
Yeah, but Kay, what he intervened on them because they're watching.
Ultron made it his business, so he had to get involved.
Yeah, to stop a weird bald guy watching everyone.
I don't think that was his intention. I don't think Vision Ultron thought, that's a voyeur, we need to do something about him. He just thought, you've got consciousness and humanity. And we need to kill you.
Well, they're not human. There's no humanity. He's probably thinking, you've got consciousness, and I'm wondering, why are you there in this gown type thing, bald-headed, just standing around watching, and I've seen you before.
That's your prejudice about bald people coming from.
No, just about bald people watching everyone else die and not intervening.
What have you got against bald people?
Nothing, because I probably will be one soon. So,
looking all right.
Yeah, but I'm just saying soon, as in probably in the next 50 years. So yes, but I'm just saying he wasn't. It wasn't an issue for him until it started affecting him. And then when he tried to hide first, okay, that didn't work. And then once that failed, he tried the old, let me show you what I'm about. And he powered up. He went full Power Ranger. He went full Power Ranger and everything. And what happened?
I think you're not understanding the Watcher's purpose in the universe.
So if his purpose was to only watch, then why was he fighting?
Because Ultron blasted through the little barrier he had and started beating him up.
Yeah.
And then they were headbutting each other, and it was wicked.
And then he was getting beat up.
Yeah.
And then he ran and
Watu got his licks in though.
Doesn't matter if you get your licks in and you still got floored. You got floored and you got punched through galaxies.
Should we talk about that fight he had in year 11?
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying.
And for the record, I never lost a fight. I just got sucker punched, and then the dude ran and locked the door. He sucker punched me and ran. You see, the Duke, I told you, he's a real villain right here. You notice, because I'm making logical points, what does he do? He attacks my childhood. Now, if this isn't straight up bullying, I don't know what is.
Yeah, so the Watchers need to intervene, as they will not be witnessed to the end of time. So yeah, their job is to document everything that happens in the multiverse.
Yeah.
Document. Now, if Vision Ultra was going to do what he done, that's fine. They'll just sit in the background documenting it.
Well, even if you wiped out existence?
Yeah. As long as they survive, they would still just document.
So they're just selfish then?
Document. But that's their job in the universe. It's like they're not good, they're not evil, they're just documenters of what happens.
So basically what you're saying is the only reason why he's asking now for this multiverse, as we're going to call them, multiverse Avengers, is because he needs them to save his behind.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying he's a good guy.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that he's a
weasel. He's those typical weasel when he can't rational, he can't talk his way out of this situation. So it's like, okay guys, what we need to do now, we need to work together as a team, we need to figure this out. And everyone's like, well, hang on, where was you when everything else was happening?
This is the point. He's going to come together and these guys are going to be like, well, this is your fight kind of, but if we don't help, then we're going to end up dead as well. So we have to intervene as well.
Yeah, and he's going to be there. Yeah, see, teamwork makes the dream work, and everyone's going to be
listen, I wouldn't be surprised if Ratu puts the team together and goes back into his little hiding hole and just watches from a distance saying, go on, Captain Carter, you can do it.
Yeah, he's going to be like, those typical movie losers, like when the fighting is nearly done and the last person's about to die, he jumps out like he's been slashing all along and like, yeah, we did it. Yeah, we took them down, and when you play everything back, you saw that he didn't actually do anything. He was actually in the corner.
Davie agrees with you, by the way. He's a weasel. Kay says, Ultron went easy on the Watcher. Has more overall control than Thanos. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
He's more like Wormtail from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I've actually never watched Harry
Yes.
Potter.
Wormtail is the little rat dude there who had one arm, and, Lord Voldemort gave him a little, like, ceramic kind of arm type of thing or whatever. He was like a rat type of thing. He was basically like a rat weasel. Don't know what he was, but he was literally like that. A real sucker. That's what he was. And that's exactly who this Watcher is. He had no backbone, didn't want to help, and he would have, like you said, which I believe you, quite rightly so, he would have watched everything in the universe go to dust. But the minute his life is in jeopardy, or guys, bring it in team, let's come up with a plan. We need to stop this guy or whatever.
So just to clarify, that is his job in the universe. We'll have our role to play. We'll have a niche within the universe. Some of us are good, some of us are bad.
Yeah.
Hopefully, as we go on, you'll be introduced to the celestial beings known as Chaos and Order.
I wonder what they will do. Will they just watch Chaos and Order?
They are literally the balance of the universe.
Okay.
They accept they both have to exist, despite being in constant kind of battle with each other.
Well, that's good to know, but I'm just saying.
It's like, would you say Galactus is evil?
Not really.
Exactly. That's the
because,
point.
but the reason being, Galactus need to do what he does because that's how he survives. It's not like he just wants to just destroy the universe for the sake of it. If he doesn't, he's gonna die. So that's his reasoning behind what he does.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But with the Watcher, you're saying it's his job he's doing. At the end of the day,
it's more than a job. It's not like he's like selling hot dogs in the street.
Yeah, but Manipi, it's not his life. It's not like if he intervenes, he's gonna die. He chooses not to intervene. If he was gonna die, he wouldn't have intervened now.
That's their universal role.
Yeah, but they choose to do that, correct?
Yeah.
Which means they could also choose not to do it.
Or you could say he would become a Nick Fury and make a dysfunctional team of Avengers called the Dysfunctionals. I think he might call them the Dysfunctionals. Who knows?
I'll call them the sucker because they're all suckers for helping him.
Well, they're going to die if they don't help him. So
I would have been like that. I would have been like, yeah, the same way you wanted to just watch and document everything. Let's as well just document our death together.
So, moving on. I thought it was an amazing episode.
Yeah, it was.
But what I'm looking forward to in the next episode is essentially this team is going to put together. So we know it's going to be Dark Doctor Strange. We know Thor's going to be in it because we've seen that in the trailers.
What about Killmonger?
Well, yeah, Asmonix. No Captain Carter, but I don't think Killmonger will be in it, but will T'Challa's Star-Lord be in it?
But why can't Killmonger be in it? Because Killmonger never died.
He's still a bad guy.
It doesn't matter. Right now, so is Doctor Strange.
This is
Hang
true.
on. Killmonger just killed a few people. Doctor Strange killed an entire universe.
This is true.
So you can't pick and choose what level of bad guyness you want. Like, you killed my friend.
But then using that rationale, you could have like Thanos, other Thanoses come in to help out. You could have like other.
No, but we haven't seen those ones. I'm talking based on who we've seen.
You could have good Thanos come in. He's friends with Star Wars.
Yeah, but he's not that strong.
Nice guy.
Yeah, nice guy, but he's not going to be able to help against. We saw what Ultra Vision did to powerful Thanos. What do you think he's going to do to sidekick Thanos?
But you're like, you're a nice guy. I'm not going to kill you.
Yeah, no, remember, he's just about you're breathing and you're living and you think, you're done.
Okay, so maybe Killmonger. We'll see.
Why would it be? No, we need to. Come on, guys, in the comment. Please explain this one to me. Why is Manipi saying maybe Killmonger? Killmonger's only killed a handful of people who he felt he had a reason to kill.
So every single bad guy feels as though they have a reason to kill people.
Yeah, but Doctor Strange killed an entire universe.
Yes, I remember when that episode happened.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but why?
And he was saying, "Oh, we should feel really sorry for."
Yeah, but
Doctor Strange.
I feel sorry for him. But I'm just saying, why are you saying yes for him, but a maybe for Killmonger?
Because the ending of that episode also alluded to the fact that Shuri and Pepper Potts are going to take Killmonger out.
Well, that never happened. And
but
now,
it alluded to it.
It alluded to it.
That's what alluded means.
Yeah, but it never happened. And just like how he's getting all these people from different what-if universes to come together, he can bring him from that because technically he hasn't died yet. So you can bring him out.
I agree it's a possibility. You've convinced me it is a possibility.
No, but would you agree with it?
I agree it's a possibility.
But you're happy to have Doctor Strange, the universe killer.
Not really. But I can see why Uatu would go to Doctor Strange because he's really powerful. Whereas Killmonger, I don't think his powers as a sniper are going to be that effective against Ultron unless
Who, Killmonger?
Yeah, unless his strategy, unless his kind of long-term strategy. But actually, exactly what you're saying here. Unless his skills as a long-term strategist, because Killmonger plays the long game.
Yeah, and he's smart. We saw how he outsmarted even the great and smart. You know,
Davie's saying we should bet on it. No, I'm not going to bet on it because I actually think it could happen. FCU Thanos was able to knee the Hulk. Yeah, he did knee him. Couldn't the Watcher just pick himself out from another universe who isn't a weasel like him? That's a good point, but I actually think all the Watchers in the MCU version of the Watchers actually exist outside of the multiverse. They're like the TVA, and they kind of have a different plane of existence.
or not even just that, or maybe it's just a case of, one of those ones where you got busted but I didn't, don't involve me. I'm still saying he doesn't know about me, or the rest of them's like, we saw what he done to you. He punched you through universes. You want us to come down there and get the same thing what you got?
I wouldn't blame them.
Exactly. I'm not blaming. I'm not mad. I'm just saying. I agree with their logic. Like, your fight, you deal with that.
So I was going to say as well that there's a group of Watchers as well called the Critics, and they just sit around and criticize. I'm not joking.
For real?
Yeah, they're called the Critics, and they just sit around like talking about what they've seen, just going, "Yeah, that was rubbish, wasn't it?" Oh, what that Civilization done was quite good. In fact, those guys, they were total losers. That Civilization.
Like, yeah, what Ultravision done to his head, punching him through galaxies. I actually like that,
Maybe Uatu wasn't very popular, but but in the comics there is a point where Uatu does intervene because he does fall in love with humanity.
Well, we're not talking about that. We're talking about from what we've seen.
I'm educating you.
No, I know you educated me already, but I'm saying if we didn't know anything based on the education what you've given me, so I know. But if I didn't, just based on what we've seen so far, we would not think of him as a nice being. Don't care how powerful he is. We'll just think that he's an actual scumbag.
I mean, I don't think he's a scumbag.
So he watched the universe get destroyed, and now he's only intervening because his life is at risk. I
think he is what he is. He is a watcher of the universe.
A weasel.
He doesn't look like a weasel.
You know what he reminds me of?
He
reminds me of one of those 80s wrestling managers, the bad guy managers like Bobby Heenan, the Weasel. Literally, he's just, he would have been great.
I can't say I can see that personally about Uatu. But let's see, maybe Uatu in the last episode will actually lead from the front to fight with.
Well, we saw what happened to him when he tried to like stick his chest out to Ultravision.
Well, you know what?
He got put in his place.
You know what I'll do if I was Uatu? I'd like lead the fight and I'll be running to battle really fast, and then I'd start slowing down and let everybody else run in front of me.
Yeah. Oh my god, I got a leg cramp. Like, oh, go on, guys, fight the good fight. I'll catch up, or do like what what's his name from Shang-Chi does? Play dead.
Yeah.
Literally just roll over. But we do. Dead.
Listen, playing dead. It's the best way.
Like, no, sir, you can't play dead. You're a big bald-headed dude. We can see you from a mile away. And you're still watching. You don't play dead with your eyes open. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, I thoroughly, if I was rating that episode, I would have given that episode a 10. I mean, I'm not saying like we're finishing the podcast, but I would have given it a 10 based on the fact that I was so happy just for him getting his butt whooped alone. I gave that an extra 4 points. So even if I was gonna give it a 6 or something, that alone just. That punch when he got the first punch, that alone was a great point. When, Ultravision was basically just giving him some home truths, that was actually also a few points as well, because he deserved that. You just sit around and you just watch people suffer. The did
call him creepy at one point.
Yeah, he did. He called him creepy man.
which I did find very funny.
Creepy man. He just reminded me, the perfect title for him would have been CLB.
He's out the window.
Yeah, like what Stone Cold used to call Christian. Remember when he called it back in the day? A CLB, which is a creepy little bastard. So that would have been the perfect title for him, because that's what he is. He's just a creepy bald-headed dude watching people.
Okay, so I've got a comment here. Has Watcher experienced what Vistron has done in another universe and took the time stone to go back in time to observe where he can intervene into the timeline to see where in time his Ultron can be stopped? Maybe. I mean,
it would have been. I think the first point where you could have stopped him was when he was waiting, when he was trying to build his body.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
That would have been the best point.
That is actually a good point. So the way Loki is explained timelines in the universe, it's not linear, it's a big circle. So you can kind of jump in at any point during the timeline because it is a big circle.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if Watu does put together a team and then makes it go up against Vision Ultron right now, you're right, Davie, he's probably picking the wrong moment to go up against him.
Yeah, done. When the damage is already done, like, you're supposed to go when he literally, just like what the Avengers did in our Avengers, they literally tried to stop Ultron, or should I say Vision, when they thought it was evil, when he was literally, when he was trying to come out of that, when he was actually being created.
Yeah.
They tried to destroy him then. That was a perfect plan, it just didn't happen. He should have done this. He waited till the dude is now all powerful, whooped him, destroyed everyone else, and going to whoop him again. And now all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, we need to come together, guys. We need to fix this." No, it's not a we. It's you. You caused all of this, and it's pointless you saying he was doing a job, because at the end of the day, it's a job.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine that would be like? So you knew my girlfriend was cheating on me for 2 years.
Yeah.
But you never told me, and now you want my help.
Or what have you been watching exactly? Have you been watching when I'm doing stuff that you're not supposed to be watching, that I don't even want myself to know that I did?
And Watu's going to be like, yes, that's the best stuff. That's the stuff I'm going to tell the critics about.
Well, I don't think he want to say that because he needs their help. So he's probably going to lie. He's going to be like a typical politician and lie, just to actually, it's coming on, just to actually weasel his way out of that. But does he deserve redemption? No, he doesn't. I feel it's within his power that he probably could actually, like you said, maybe, like Val says, he possibly could go back in time and do stuff. So if that's the case, then he owes it to Doctor Strange to actually right the wrongs that happened that he done.
Yeah.
Because if he's able to actually do that, then what does that say? It means that he could have done it all along, and he chose not to. So it wasn't a case of I can't intervene. It was a case of I do not want to intervene, but now because my life is in jeopardy and I need you to save me, I will now break the rules.
So this is what I think what could happen. It's an out there theory. I think they're somehow going to realise they're not powerful enough to stop Vision Ultron. But they know there is a Thanos knocking around, who's a zombie, he's got all 6 stones. I think they're going to try to orchestrate some kind of situation where Thanos zombie has to go up against Vision Ultron.
I ain't worried about that. Reason why I say that, yeah, zombie Thanos doesn't have his mental faculties.
He does.
Does he?
We had this discussion.
So he still can think and do everything.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
He does. This is the difference with the Marvel zombies. The Marvel zombies still have their faculties in place.
Well, and if that's the case, then it could work. It would be funny if he actually becomes the leader of this misfit Avengers.
Yeah, maybe because
they use him as the leader for it.
Because this Thanos may learn how to travel through different multiverses as well.
Yeah.
And he may lead like a zombie army to take on Vision Ultron.
But then the zombie army overall would lose in terms of the fact that it's not like it's zombie against people where if they kill them, they turn into zombies. Zombies against robots.
Maybe the zombies would just go up against the little robot.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So it's not like, if it was zombies against living entities, if they kill them, they can turn them into zombies. But if you destroy a robot, chances are it's going to destroy you if it self-destructs.
Yeah, it could get quite messy.
That's just going to be...
There could be limbs everywhere.
Yeah, so they won't stand a chance against Ultron's army.
But then, who knows? Maybe Thanos will find a way to turn those robots into zombies as well. Who knows? But I think, because in the trailer, Ford does say, cool zombies for the next episode. So the zombies are going to feature in some way, shape or form, whether it be a very small part or a big part. So my theory is that the zombie Thanos is going to play some kind of a role in taking out.
Yeah, but then at the same time, Vision Ultron could actually just do a snap and just wipe out all those zombies.
So could zombie Thanos. He could snap as well. Their snaps could cancel each other out. Yeah,
but based on what we've seen so far and what Ultravision is actually capable of, based on what we've seen him done, because he mainly focused on the Mind Stone, which means that he's thinking on a higher level compared to everyone else. He's probably already figured out all these possibilities. You know, like how Doctor Strange with the Time Stone, he was able to see all the different scenarios of how things could end, and thus he could work out, well, we have a possibility with this, you know, in this 1 in a billion chance for XYZ. Maybe Ultravision is able to do stuff like that with his Mind Stone, to actually see exactly all the different ways and all the different strategies they could try and use to actually defeat him.
Yeah.
Thus making a counter for every single situation.
Maybe it's a possibility. I think what could happen is, as you're alluding to, is there's going to be a lot of cancelling each other out. Davie says one thing you can take from this is where the Watcher is seeking help from the evil Doctor Strange. Parallel to that, the new Spider-Man, this is interesting, the new Spider-Man, Peter Parker, is asking our Doctor Strange for help.
But he's not evil. Just a kid asking for help.
There are people. No.
No, I'm talking as in Spider-Man isn't evil. No, so Spider-Man's asking for help.
Nobody said Spider-Man is evil.
True, I'm just saying he's not. So it's okay for him to ask for help.
You're just saying obvious stuff.
No, I'm just saying the fact that evil Doctor Strange asking for help is acceptable, because he knew that he'd done some wrong. He was looking for redemption.
Yeah, but I think Davie's saying with the Watcher is helping evil Doctor Strange for help, and Peter Parker is helping our Doctor Strange for help.
True. I feel if Doctor Strange is going to help, which he probably will, he should basically be like, okay, I'll help you if you bring back my missus to life. Even if I don't care what happens to me, as long as she comes back, you know, she lives, I'm fine with whatever.
Yeah. So
which is more than acceptable.
So Davie asks, what if Doctor Strange is in 2 places at one time? Possible. There's also a theory knocking around the internet that the Doctor Strange we see in the No Way Home trailer is actually the evil Doctor Strange, as opposed to our Doctor Strange, which is why he's acting so weirdly. And people have also made the point that the No Way Home Doctor Strange has very neat hair, whereas
yeah, it's interesting, because let's look at it. Who's to say it was our Doctor Strange that came back when the snap was undone? It could have been an alternative Doctor Strange that came back.
I mean, Hulk's messed up then, if that's the case.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible, or they could have done a little switcheroo at some point. And again, Wong just seems to be telling off Doctor Strange all the time, like, don't do this. Quite rightly, I'm telling you, Wong, he's the real brains behind the MCU.
Yeah, but we already knew that Wong is more intelligent. It's just that Doctor Strange is more gifted.
Yeah,
that's the only difference.
Yeah,
but it's just like with a lot of things, isn't it? Just because you have the gift, don't mean that you're better than someone who's actually who will put in the work.
Yeah. So, I've done my prediction for the next episode. What's your prediction for the next episode?
My prediction for the next episode is the Watcher will do what he does best, which is he's only out for himself, and he'll use these guys to do whatever, and he won't change. So it's not like he will learn from this lesson to say, you know what, maybe I need to.
He's still going to be. He's still going to be.
He's just going to watch, and he's not going to intervene unless he's in jeopardy.
I think there's a message here. Make sure you always close your curtains.
Yeah, and if you see some bald-headed dude who got his butt whooped by Ultravision and got punched through galaxies and multiverses, come and ask you for help, you'll say to him, what's in it for me? What are my benefits?
Well, what's in it for you is your universe survives.
Well,
I mean, that would be enough for me to be like, yeah, okay, I get where you're coming from. We don't have to be friends, but we both want the same thing.
But then what universe was the Hawkeye from that we saw?
That was another alternative universe. She has a good point. There were some cool scenes between Black Widow and Hawkeye.
Yeah, one arm, yeah.
Yeah, he had kind of like the Winter Soldier thing going on.
Almost. No, not really. He had the cheap version. He had
it was like a little kind of. He got his arm from Little as opposed to Railroad. But I did like the bit when Hawkeye kind of falls to his death to save Widow and arm him over.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like a reverse of what happens in Endgame.
Except it was to no avail, but it's not like he did that and saved the universe. Them robots still was coming, and all they happened to do is just delay possibly the inevitable.
It was a beautiful poetic moment. That's the point. I was making.
No, it was a nice moment.
And
you know.
and the animation was beautiful as well. Like the still they had before he comes down. It was lovely. It was lovely.
Yeah, it was great. But again, all of this could have been avoided had Baldy done the right thing.
Hey. We're not gonna body shame on this podcast.
It's not body shaming, you know.
We're gonna say follically challenged.
Yeah, Mr. Watcher, if you'd done the right thing, you know, because at the end of the day, it goes to show that if he really wanted to from before, he could have actually intervened, but he chose not to. So
Listen, he's a bad man. He's a bad man. He does watch and not do, and he's just very creepy.
Manny P, you was about to say something else there. You caught yourself very well.
I did.
Well done.
I did. Yes, he's a bad man.
Yeah.
But, so just moving on away from What If, I haven't seen Venom 1. Venom 2's in the cinema, and I've got to, not going to say any spoilers, but apparently the end credit scene of Venom 2
is a must watch.
Apparently it's hugely impactful on what we're talking about today as well. So I have actually been naughty and just read what happens because I'm not sure if I'll be able to get the chance to get to the cinema to watch Venom 2.
Well, we'll do like we said, we give 2 weeks. So that includes you now. I'm gonna watch it on my days off when I'm off from work. I'm gonna go and watch it. What you should do is watch it, and we can do it the following week because next week is the end of What If.
Yeah, we can do that.
So we can do it the week after, so we have something to do.
And if anything, we'll just talk about it in credits. I'm not sure I want to go through the entire movie. Well, I don't know what it's like.
Well, you need to watch the first one first anyway.
Yeah.
You know, it's on Sky. You can watch that.
If people are wondering why I haven't watched Venom, it's because I personally think there's a lot of superhero stuff on TV and streaming services at the moment. So I need to limit what I watch, otherwise I get kind of saturated by it all.
Yeah.
So I've told myself I'm only really going to watch MCU stuff, Invincibles, and The Boys. That's probably the only superhero stuff I'm going to watch.
The Boys great. I mean, the only bad thing for me is because I enjoyed it so much, I went and I read, because on YouTube they do all these things you can read. You can actually go and then they explain the comics to you.
Yeah.
And basically seeing how the comics, I went on YouTube and watched the comics to see how the story from beginning to end for each character, so I know exactly how it's all going to end in The Boys, and it's messed up, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's why I haven't watched Venom, but not saying too much. That could. We may need to be taking a bit more notice in regards to Venom and the MCU. Is all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I probably said too much.
No, you haven't, but it's going to be amazing, and just a little bit off topic, but still on topic in terms of streaming. Now that Manny, the great Duke, has come and actually helped me set up my studio. I did most of the work, to be honest. He just did minimal stuff, but is what it is.
You want to be honest to the people.
Okay, people. He did it all. He did. He was absolutely a star. He did everything.
I'll tell you what happened. I turned up to help set up his desk. Davie gets a phone call from his barber saying, "Oh, you can pop around quickly." I was sat here in his house by myself for about 30 minutes putting his desk together.
Okay, Manny P. Now you want to tell them the rest. And what did I do as a great friend and host?
You said, "Oh, good job."
And
you bought me a pizza.
Oh, there you go. One whole pizza for him. One whole pizza and wings.
He didn't do it. The power broker done it.
Thank you. And wings, So yes, he was well compensated. But now that the studio is set up, because I haven't done any reaction videos for a while, because we said I wanted to get everything set up, the laptop properly, get the lightings. We've got that. We've got the cameras. A microphone, we've got everything set up now. Show them the light. Yeah, I've got the light. We've got the whole shebang. The only thing that's not here as yet, which will be here pretty soon, is the chair. I haven't got my proper chair as yet.
I have to say, Davey, in this chair is very uncomfortable.
Yes, but this was the chair that had all the stuff on it. This was the laptop chair. So they next time, by the time they get it, I'll have the proper chair set up, and then yes, we'll be good to go. So we'll be doing some. I don't know how I'm going to do it, to be honest, because I don't have any clue of how to do the editing. So I don't know how I'm going to do it.
I'm doing some live producing.
So yes, see, and now he can actually do what he wants to do, which is some producing. As you can see, it's got the bed in the background. It's got all the stuff because I still haven't finished, because literally I'm working and we're doing this multitasking. But studio's going to be set up fully in the next few days, but Manip's going to have to give me, maybe it's going to be over the internet, maybe Zoom lessons, how to do the editing, and then I can actually get some videos. So to all the Davie LP fans there, who haven't had any music reaction as of late, I didn't want to do any, with the lousy cameras and everything. So I've got the lights, everything is set up now, extra camera, laptop camera, everything is good to go. So gonna get some top quality stuff, and we can just get those subscription and
I can retire
things up. He's never retiring.
Yeah, I was actually never meant to be an on-screen personality.
I don't know why he's saying that. Let's just touch on that for a quick second.
No, this is not what if.
No, this is not no what if. This is the reality. When we actually went, because we went to school together, Manny P and myself got the highest mark for drama, even higher than a fellow student who was an actor.
To be fair, I got a higher mark than you on the practical side.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I got the highest mark.
No, you did not. Okay, see, now he's got memory problems because he's old. He's old.
We all know I've got a better memory than you.
Nuh-uh. Better than me. You see, that's the thing with these celebrities now, yeah? All of a sudden now he's got the new haircut and the new look and the jumper and pizza, and he's turned into a proper diva.
I've had this jumper for years.
Does not matter.
Anyway, one last comment to read out. Fight.
Oh, yes, I'm defeated.
So
in high definition as well, because it's the 1080 pic camera.
Zombie fan of special resolution. Mr. Morrison's class. Did we have Mr. Morrison? Kate went to Hampton House as well, so.
No. Mr. Morrison taught, was it maths?
I can't remember.
No, I never had Mr. Morrison. Science, we had Mr. Sharma.
I'm Sharma, yeah.
And French, we had Mr. Lawson.
Anyway, we'll go through this cool stuff later.
Yes.
Anyway, say goodbye to the lovely people.
Yes, lovely people. So we'll be back next week for the final What If. And then the following week, so everyone, you have 2 weeks. That includes you to actually get up to date with Venom 1, for those who haven't seen it, and Venom 2. I haven't seen Venom 2 as yet, but I'm going to get onto that this week. And we're going to be speaking on that with spoilers next week. So that would be the week of the, whatever the next weekend is after that. So yes, that's what we'll be doing. And then followed by that, we have a Vaya trip coming up pretty soon, guys. So that's going to be interesting. We're going to do some cooking, some things like that. It's going to be fun. So tune in.
To say goodbye.
Yes, I have to give them everything.
My entire life stories.
I have to give them everything. The people needs to know I'm one with the people.
Anyway, we'll see you guys later.
Yes, guys, out.